got a car in the workshop today that's got a broken high-low ratio selector here. It should have one of these on. Now you can actually pull these off. Do you want to demonstrate that, Ian? So you can, we've got another good panel here, and you can actually just pull these straight off. But the problem is, if I just grab that, you should have these two prongs sticking up. But on the one when they break, normally it's kids jumping about, you can see it's sheared off the two. So even if we could get hold of a spare little cover like that, it would be no good because the actual component's broken. So pretty much all you're left to do then is actually swap the whole panel over. So we're going to go through that now. Okay, so it's probably best to start by removing the gear knob. The gear gate, it just clips into place and then it pulls up. Now we made it look easy there. The first time we did it, you really have got to pull up, but it's just pulling up with two hands straight up. Make sure you don't punch yourself in the face. Put the gear knob up to one side. Right, the panel. So the panel just clips in, so it's just a question of getting hold of it. Now you're probably advised to disconnect your battery. We haven't on this occasion, but you're probably safer to do that if you're not sure. So on the underside of the panel there's a series of clips. Now this clip here should be in this little retainer here. In this car it wasn't in there. Right, and the connections, you go, oh my god, there's 3 or 4 of them, but they're actually nicely color coded. So the white connector goes into the white socket, the red plug goes into the red socket. So right then, Ian, should we disconnect those? So some of them have got a little spring, but most of them just actually pull out. They've got a little sort of anti-vibration lug on them to stop them vibrating loose, but most of them, then the only different one is the one with the little grey ribbon cable, and that's got a separate connector in the loom. The others plug into the sockets. So that's it. So let's just have a quick look at the underside of that board. So this is what you'll have. This is the what we call a gear change surround. Okay, and what you've got, so this is the grey cable with the inline plug. One thing to note, if you're swapping it, if you've got another one off eBay or from the scrapyard, make sure these last 3 numbers, hopefully you can see that there. So it'll be like 254 or 255. You really need to have that number the same. Or you can take the electronics inside here and swap it over. If you fit the wrong one, the non-matched number, you will get errors all over your dashboard because they did change the circuit boards. We'll do another video of how to swap this over. For now, we're just going to plug in this good one that we've got in the workshop. So yeah, let's plug that one back in. So again, we've got the white connector going into the white one. They're all, you can only plug the connectors in one way round. You actually cannot get this wrong. Okay, now that's actually got that other loom connector is correctly located. So it's when they're located in that holder, it's just a little harder to get them in. Wheel in.
Wait, that one's a fiddle.
Here's a fiddle. You might have to plug him in and then nest it into that little. To be fair, Ian hasn't done this before, so it should be fairly representative of you doing it at home. Okay, click that in, push it down. Okay, grab the gear knob, make sure the pushy bits away from you. I'm sure tap it down, you'll hear it clunk into place. Grip the gator back in, try all that, and then just check that all works. Turn the ignition on, check that works, and you've got no error messages on the dash.